Liv Jagrell, it's Rustin with Metalholic. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you?
I am absolutely wonderful. I was actually just looking back at that video interview we did when you guys were over here in April of last year for the Hardest Women in Hard Rock and Metal tour.
Oh, yeah, that one. All right. I remember that one.
Now, looking back on it, I'm like, man, I had so many other questions I didn't ask, so we'll have to ask a few of them today. And, of course, hopefully when you guys get over here this winter, I'll get a chance to sit down with you again, and we'll do a proper interview. So,
absolutely.
My first question usually is, how have you been? And obviously it's still an important question, but there's bigger things on your mind right now. Monday, you're getting ready to go in for surgery, and the whole Sister Sin family is concerned, of course, for you and wondering how you're feeling. So why don't you share?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty nervous, actually. I mean, it's always, since it's the voice, of course, I'm really nervous that something is going wrong or anything like that. But, I mean, it's an easy surgery, and I know that a lot of singers have been doing this or, get forced to do this. So it's an easy surgery, so I should not be so worried. But I can't talk for 4 days, and I think that's going to be hard because I love to talk.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously, and you said there's sort of been some stuff going on with this from as far back as 2007, 2008. Is there a reason you waited so long to go ahead and knock this out?
Yeah, in 2007, I think, I had, actually, it was worse back then, and I couldn't sing for 9 months, and I had a lot of medication and all this kind of stuff. And I think that I could hold it on that level for all those years until now. But then now when we play this much and we had we have a lot of interviews and we do a lot of more shows, I could not be able to, I didn't get the proper sleep, or I didn't have time to recover before the next show and the next show. So that's why my doctor and I, we decided together that it's better than I do this now than have to go on tour and then cancel because it doesn't work.
Right.
So that's why, because it's 2 months of recovery. So if I do it now, I will be very good to the Doro tour. And after that, we also have a lot of things going on in the summer and festivals and other tours and stuff like that. So I have to be good. From next year, I have to be in my best shape.
Absolutely. And you got to take care of yourself first and foremost, and we want you to be around making great albums for years anyway, so it's a good time to get it done, even if you had to cancel a few shows. Now, did you reach out to Doro or some of your colleagues that have been singing for a long time and ask them their thoughts on any of this, or?
No, I actually didn't do that. That would probably be a good idea, but I mean, I trust my doctor very much. So we talked about this, and we talked about it for quite a while. But then when we just came to a point when I felt that this is not going to be good if I still have this on the tour. So we just decided this, and I trust him completely. So I haven't talked so much with other girls, actually, or other singers. I just been told after that it's pretty common.
Right. So, and it is from everything I've heard. So we have no doubt that you'll be back at full capacity by the time you get ready to head out with Doro, in support of the good stuff, the brand new album Now and Forever, the 4th album for the band. A phenomenal record. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You know, they say with your 3rd album, which was True Sound of the Underground, that you really sort of come into your own, and I think you guys really sort of did on that record. But on this album, I think you guys have gotten better with this record. It's like you continue to grow, which is what every band wants. And there are some even some new elements here. You guys have expanded your sound a bit. And was that something you were intentionally looking for, or is that just something that sort of happened in the process?
I think it's kind of both. I mean, we can't do another True Sound of the Underground or Switchblade Serenade, not that kind of record, because we need to improve, or we need to change a little bit. So we felt that we had to try out new things, or just, try to get outside our safety box. and experiment a little bit. And we try to be a little bit more diverse and dynamic on this album too, because we know that True Sound of the Underground is pretty much just a punch in the face. So we kind of wanted to do something that was not exactly that. So it was we were conscious of what we were doing. So, and then of course in the process the songs worked out the way they are today. So it's kind of both.
Now, of course, you got the new bass player, Strand. You got him back last year, or when you're getting ready to do the tour for the new album. You guys have been playing together for a long time now as the current lineup that you are. Do you think that helped when you guys went into the studio this time to have that sort of that chemistry all together for quite a while now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they are very tight together, and we are very tight together, and we know exactly how everybody works or how everybody sounds and all that. So that definitely helps that he's been in the band for a bit now, and we've played so much together. Absolutely. Makes it easier and faster.
Now, how does the songwriting process work in Sister Sin? Does Jimmy bring in the guitar parts, the song pretty much put together, or do you guys all come together and work on the songs together? It's
Jimmy and Dave that normally do most of the songwriting back home, and they sit down and they record their ideas and their stuff, and then we take it to the rehearsal room, and then we put it together and we try it out, everyone. But they are like starting the process in their apartment and just playing around and recording all their ideas, and then we take it and try it, everyone.
So they sort of bring the foundation in, and then you guys just sort of jam it out and put it all together that way?
Yeah, you can say that, mostly. Nice. Sometimes Dave has the song is totally whole. But some of the songs are more like jamming out together after some ideas. So it's, both of that.
Nice. And the first song off the first single off the album, End of the Line, there's so many great songs you could have chose for the first single from the album. Why did you choose that song in particular?
That was like a cooperation with our label Victory Records. We had 3 songs that we choose between that we wanted to be the first single, and then of those 3 songs they chose End of the Line, and I think that was a good first single. I mean, it's a subject that's really important now, because it's kind of about the people telling us it's the judgment day is coming and it's going to end in 2012, which is now. So
right.
So I understand why they choose that song, and it's also a very good song to do a video for. So I think that they had that in their mind when they choose it too.
Right. Well, and then of course, I'm assuming this has got to be a single at some point. Fight Song is just a beast of an anthem. It's just a kick to the teeth.
Yeah, I love that song. But that's kind of hard to do a video on that one, because nobody wants to show it because it's too many F words in that.
Yeah, but it's metal. You've got to, it's what it's all about. So, well, are there, I mean, I know you love all the songs on the album, but are there 1 or 2 songs aside from those 2 that really stand out for you that have some special meaning or have some good stories behind them that you're willing to share?
If you take those 2 away, because I really love Fight Song, that's my favorite to play live, and also to get out your aggressions.
Right.
Otherwise than that, for me now, Chosen Few is one of my favorites, because I really like the melodies in Chosen Few, and the lyrics in Chosen Few are also very, very. I mean, it's very up to date, and it's very good lyrics. And In It for Life, of course, because that song is like our experience. It's about us in the band. So I have to say In It for Life and Chosen Few.
Yeah, In It for Life is a wonderful song too, sort of the call to arms for what you guys do and everything. But yeah. I don't think there's a bad song on the album. I absolutely love it. So
thank you.
Now, speaking of Doro, you're going to be going out on tour with her again, coming to the United States. Not coming to my town. I'm going to have to drive to see you guys this time, but it'll be worth it.
Oh. Damn.
But I talked with her a couple of weeks ago and everything. She's really excited for the tour. But you guys actually worked together last year. You guys did the Motorhead cover, Rock and Roll. How did that sort of come together, and is that sort of how you guys decided that you were going to tour together this year?
Well, we've been knowing Doro for a bit now. I think the first time we played with Doro was in 2007 on a festival, and we met her, and she's always been really nice to us. And we've been playing with her a couple of other shows, and I mean, we talk much, and she's so nice, and everybody's so nice in the band. And then we got an opportunity to record a song for free. And we were on tour, I think, when we got that opportunity. So we had no new songs. So we were like, what are we going to record? So we come up with the Motorhead song, Rock and Roll. And at first, we actually asked Angela from Arch Enemy, because that's also a Swedish band. Right. And she's great, and we love Arch Enemy. We've been touring with them too. So we asked her if she would like to be a guest singer, and she would do that. But then there was some trouble with, the labels and all those kind of stuff. So it took so much time, and then she told us she didn't have time for it anymore. So after that, we were like, how are we going to ask now? So we asked Doro, and then we were so happy when she really wanted to do this. Because that means a lot to us to have Doro on the song. So she was so happy to do it, and we are very happy with the result. It was really fun.
Right. She's an incredible person. And I'm so glad that you guys are going to be touring together. It's going to be a phenomenal tour, and especially for a lot of people in America who haven't had a chance to really see Sister Sin live yet, because as good as you guys are on album, I mean, you guys are phenomenal live. There's just so much raw energy there.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we try to be we are a live band. We love playing live. And in my opinion, if you play live, you should entertain the audience, because they're your fans and they're paying to see you. So you have to do a good job, and you have to put on a good show. So we try to do our best, or 100% every time we go on stage.
When I hear you sing, and I hear the same thing from other people, you have this big, booming, powerful voice. And I remember when I met you the first time a couple years ago when you were here, I was so blown away that you're, this beautiful, diminutive person, and there's such power that comes out of you. Does that surprise people a lot when they meet you?
Yeah, it does. They always tell me they thought I was taller. Because I look taller on stage, and then I'm tiny and small when I go off stage. So, yeah. Well, I don't know where that comes from. So I've always had that type of voice. So I think I'm just born with that type of energy, or in my voice.
Yeah, it really does belie your physical stature, because you just look like this tiny little quiet thing, and then all of a sudden, boom!
Yeah.
So now, obviously, you worked with Doro, which is absolutely wonderful. Is there anyone else you'd love to work with or do a duet with?
Oh, absolutely, Dee Snider. That would be my dream, because I'm a huge Twisted Sister fan, and Dee Snider is one of my role models when it comes to, appearance on stage, and he's the best entertainer ever. So to do something with Dee Snider would be amazing.
Who would have thought Dee Snider? Great choice, but if you'd have given me a list of 10 names and he was on it, he probably would have been one of the last ones I would have thought of. So, but that's awesome. Okay, so just for fun, because I know you're having the surgery Monday, and everything is going to change for you getting healthy and everything, but I know you need to rest your voice a little bit before then. So yeah. I really do appreciate that you took the time to knock this interview out beforehand.
Absolutely, no problem.
But just for fun, it's the holiday season, and I don't know how much you guys celebrate certain holidays over there in Sweden. Obviously, we just had Thanksgiving, which is basically an American thing. Christmas is coming up, but I always like to ask this question about the holidays. Aside from family and friends who would normally be there, you're sitting down to, let's say, Christmas dinner or a holiday dinner or whatnot, and you could have one special guest come spend the evening with you guys, past, present, alive, or dead. Who would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'd probably not say Dee Snider once again. But that's like the person I really want to meet is actually Dee Snider, that I really want to talk to, because I really think that he has very good opinions about stuff, and that he's a really smart person, and that he's bright and he has good ideas and all this kind of stuff. So for me, it would make sense to take him to the dinner.
Phenomenal. And you know, it's funny that people look at rock musicians, and especially metal musicians, and they assume that, oh, they play rock, they play metal, so they must not be particularly bright. And it is so not true. Some of the smartest people I've ever met, the most intriguing and interesting conversations I've ever had, have been with people like yourself, or Dee Snider, or Gene Simmons, or Dave Mustaine, you know, who have real strong opinions. They can really articulate well, and it's, you know, so. But, well, I hope that happens for you. Maybe on this tour, you know. I'm sure you guys are going to be playing New York, so.
Yes, we will.
All right, so just for fun, a couple of questions. Do you have any phobias?
Yes, I hate spiders.
Any particular reason other than they're just creepy, or were you bitten by one or something? Or?
No, they're just creepy, and I think there was kind of some incident when I was a child. So we'd like a spider and something else that made me like connect those two together. So I really hate spiders, but I was so small, so I can't really remember their circumstances. But I have that feeling that it's kind of more than just a spider, but it's like I put these two together. But spiders are like the worst ever.
You know what's really freaky is they say that, and I don't know what the actual number is, but they say there's a certain number of spiders that we all eat every year while we're sleeping. They crawl into our mouth. How creepy is that?
That's so creepy.
It's like you almost want to sleep with like some sort of a screen over your mouth or something. Yeah. But you're very conscious about your health. Obviously, you stay in shape. You're always working out. So you eat very well. But I've always wondered, being on tour, going to all these different countries, what's the most exotic thing you've ever eaten?
The most exotic thing I've ever eaten. That is a good question. I think I've eaten I mean, I'm a vegetarian, so I don't try all these kinds of weird meat stuff. Obviously, for that reason. But I mean, I've been quite a bit around the world and been into Asia and a lot of times, and I've probably eaten something very exotic that I can't come up with now.
Is it? And I think we talked about this last time, but you know, is being vegan or vegetarian, is that really difficult for you when you're out on tour?
Yeah, it's not difficult when you are in Europe, or if you are like in Scandinavia and Germany and Balticum. It's pretty good. They're kind of used to that. So in very good vegetarian food, and they always provide you vegetarian food. But in US it's harder because everyone seems to eat meat in US. Yeah, except in New York or Los Angeles, where you can find a lot of vegan stuff. And some Portland too, I think.
Right.
But so yeah, that's kind of hard because you're kind of bound to all those the fast food chains on the highways and that kind of stuff, which is bad, very bad. So I survive on Subway whenever I'm in the US. So I could probably be like a spokesman for Subway. That much Subway I eat.
There you go. You'd be definitely a better spokesman than Jared. So, last question then. It is the end of the year, so everybody's going to be doing their best of lists for the albums for the year. Is there an album that's really stood out for you this year that you sort of keep returning to?
Yeah, the Creators, Phantom Antichrist.
You know,
that really good. Yeah.
Everybody that I've talked to that's from Europe that I've asked that question to in the last few weeks has said the Phantom Antichrist album.
Yeah, but it is really good. I mean, the riffs and the production, the vocals, everything, really good. Love it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Liv, for taking the time. I know you've got a lot going on and you're getting nervous about Monday, but have faith. Everything is going to be wonderful. Your voice is going to be as powerful as ever. And one last question that just popped up. You said on your website that you have to get ready for the Mayhem in 2013. Is that Mayhem in general that you're going to be bringing, or is that a hint that you guys might be on the Mayhem tour this year?
We would really love to be on Mayhem tour. No, that was just that prepare for, like, we can't do so much what's left on this year, so we had to bring Mayhem next year, whatever or wherever we are. So it was just in general, but that would be really good. So maybe.
It definitely would. Liv Jagrell of Sister Sin, the new album now and forever out. Everybody get your hands and ears on it. We wish you the best of luck with your surgery on Monday and a speedy recovery, and we look forward to seeing you when you get to the States on the tour with Doro.